Date with the feminists. I'm doing this for probably obvious reasons. Oh, I forgot the camera's on. I'm just for obvious reasons. It's the fact that yeah, date with the feminists. It's also going to be controversial to some degree, because well, he's not a feminist. He's actually an anti-feminist. He's not neutral to the party. He's not neutral to the idea of feminism. He's anti it, and you'll see his misogyny come out. Feminists are very lonely people. Okay, now there's a third way feminist or a second way feminist. I don't know what first way feminist, but the second way feminist, to my understanding, is you think that abortion is bad because it only helps the man. You think that abortion is bad. You think pornography is bad. Stuff like that. You think it's bad. However, you still believe in women's rights to vote and stuff like that. So that's my opinion. Second way feminism, not smashing necessarily the patriarchy in a way that, if someone comes in the house, it's we flip a coin. Who is it? No, but the misogyny in countries like the U.S. and Saudi Arabia do need to be obviously attacked. The misogyny, and we need to fix that. And that's as far as the second way feminist goes. Now, even some of the third way feminists, things are a little bit different. People from the abortion, so then things get a little bit different, a little bit murky as far as a Christian standpoint. You see, lonely people is one thing, but then you start acting, oh, they're unattractive and they smell like cat litter. They make a website, and that makes them even more lonely. Ours is being very sarcastic. I think that's necessary. And the thing is, with feminism, I try to crosshair what I would do if it was a racist. I try to say, okay, I can't relate to the feminism thing, but I can relate to racism. So maybe I can try to see. I wouldn't do that I want to come up to a racist and be like, hey, whatever. Now, if they start making comments that like sexual comments and stuff like that, stuff that they shouldn't be saying, then that's another story. But if you just say like, hey, like this and this and this and this and this, no, I don't think it's fair. I don't know what intersexual feminist is. Okay, I agree with that. Okay, now, of course, queerphobia. Okay, queerphobia. Now, as far as things go, like if they say Tulsi's, okay, I'm not gonna say Tulsi because there's rumors of her, actually saying that we should put like electric therapy, which I completely not agree with. I believe that's inhumane. But then you say, oh, what about shot callers? Those are dogs, so inhumane. It's not sticking when you bring up animals. Okay. Okay, so let's break some more. Okay, so yeah. So You no, no. This is what my brother tries to do. Not that, but he tries to vet people, like see exactly how they are. No, obviously, if you're asking them questions, unless it's like, and the thing is, it's hard to ask questions to see what the opinion is. For an example, for if you are fine with, if you tolerate, okay, um or okay, if you're fine with like with the alphabet community, but shout out to Lucas, he coined that term. So he said, "Oh, people keep taking my credit, whatever." But anyway, that made him sound like a bitch, but he's not actually. So, oh, you guys, it doesn't matter. So you keep taking the okay. So if you are if you are fine with the alphabet community, but then they ask things that only someone that's like a real. Oh, wait a second. So an ally, you have to be okay. Never mind. Okay. As far as now, how do you define true accomplice? Because would you define me as a true accomplice? Someone who says, and the thing is, of course, this, this has become a religion where basically you can't say it goes against our religion, but I don't hate you guys, and I don't think that we should be that we should put them in gay camps, you know, because whatever. So I don't know, but but as far as and like you can't be no. As far as, I don't know about the whole like you have to like fight against white supremacy and queerphobia and misogyny. I don't necessarily like they have to be like a true accomplice because that can tell a lot. Like, no matter how you define it, what like to what degree, and like if you're not like, do you have to be like actually going on marches? And like whether you have enough time and how you define that. So to me, this is going a little bit too far, but it really depends on, of course, how the word true accomplices can be used. If this was like a legal document, I wouldn't like it, but this is not a legal document, so you can't say or not because you can't play around with that word. But I don't like how it's just put out there. And of course, allyship. Where's allyship stop and the accomplices begin? Of course, if you're marching, that's different. But like it's put out to Twitter is what I'm doing. Like, and then of course you have to agree to the religion of hey, gay rights and stuff like that. Which you can't say. Oh, I think it's so. This is basically stops Christians from dating these people, which is good because unless you're a Christian, you can't date other Christians because or marry other Christians because that's not the way things are supposed to go. So I guess this is good because this is kind of like ensuring that Christians marry and date other Christians. And missionary dating is outside the table, fortunately. It's just support and like being actual fighting is different. For example, you can support Ukraine, which are Nazis. Some the Azov battalion is. Um, so you can, but they didn't. They like when they paraded the streets, it was no backlash. So you can support them, although it wouldn't be my support because you can if you send uh the Ukraine's food, that's obviously different from putting your own troops on the ground or supplying them with whatever. So again, the term support and the term true accomplice, they're too nuanced. I feel like, but of course, relationships are nuanced and each person, but whatever. And I agree that if you can't be friend, I don't think that you should like. Okay, wait. If they're not true accomplices against white supremacy, wait. If you can't be friends with someone who doesn't fight against. You can't be friends with someone who's just an ally. Okay, I think that's way too far. And of course, this is where of course this is where it says that's lonely. However, there's a decent amount of people that would make you not lonely. But yeah, this is you're marginalizing the allies because you have to be more than just ally. Sorry, but of course not the same level of as much as white supremacist misogyny and queerphobia and queer people. Yes, I do believe that. Now, of course, at a point you have to, if but what. Okay, so I thought that he would actually bring on feminists and they're going to debate, but I don't think he has the cojones to do that. Also, this is every feminist. This is just a feminist on the website. To me, it seems like I'm going to use the term neo-feminist, but I don't know. I guess it's extreme feminist. Extreme third wave feminists, but third wave feminists are already, I'm not going to say extreme, but they're steering away from the gospel. Um, but I believe that those are extreme feminists. Ooh, okay. Wow, okay, I gotta turn on the mic. I believe that they're extreme feminists, and that this is the norm. This is the norm.
You have to go to bed.
No, no, it's at 1:30. It's 1:09.
Your parents changed your mind.
Seriously?
We get to stay until 2. I asked.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are so sweaty.
I just washed my hands.
Oh, okay. Come say hi to the camera.
No.
Come say hi to the camera.
I sweat that much.
Yeah. Alright, whatever. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, do Black Lives Matter? I believe that is an important question. It is an important question. Um, the answer should be, of course, without any hesitation. Or else it's a little bit of a red flag. But yeah, that should be a question. Because if they don't believe that Black Lives Matter, that entails a whole bunch of stuff. If you say a certain amount of people's lives don't matter, and then like if I say, oh, gangbangers don't matter, like that's obviously different. But you're saying like a certain group that are born that way say don't matter, you can't, you can't, that's obviously bad. Okay. Okay, when was this video made? And number one, it's a terrorist organization, and everyone should stop. But notice how cops, they're not a terrorist organization who should be stopped. Black Lives Matter is. Okay, let's check out. Okay, let's see. When was this film made? So it was in, remember, 2021. So January 6th did happen. But were the terrorist organization? It's fascinating the way these things, the way that they have these opinions, and the way they use certain languages. You know, Tucker Carlson went after Ted Cruz for that, for saying that they're terrorists. Not Black Lives Matter. January 6 people. They're saying stop the killing. Black Lives Matter. Don't shoot. Cops keep shooting, and more importantly, their favorite method of killing is to kneel on top of you and then do it and fade away. That's their favorite method of killing. No justice, no peace. Yes. What are your thoughts on gender and sexual orientation? That's for Christian sex, I think it's very nuanced. Now, a lot of these people will like to go out and say, I'm not gonna say they're not true Christians. I'm not gonna say that. But a lot of people will like to go out, and I don't believe, and I believe that they are true Christians. Are they perfect Christians? No, no one is, except for God or the Trinity. Actually, the Trinity. That's the point. Okay, so what do I think on? Let me hear that question again. It's a very nuanced question. That's funny, fellow person. The reason it's funny because Joe Biden's critical. Okay, thoughts on sexual orientation. Okay, what my thoughts on sexual orientation? I don't. My thoughts. is that if they say that they're whatever, then you have to respect it, but also still tell them the truth. If they're not born that way, like obviously if you're born a girl and say you're a girl, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, you could still tell them the truth, but they're not. You're not saying, oh, what do you spend your days thinking about? They're saying, what's your opinion on it? Of course, this is what they like to do. See, verbal warfare. That's what I'm gonna call it. Verbal warfare. Warfare is this is what's happening. It's what he's using is he's saying I don't spend my days doing this and that. No, I don't think these people spend this, but he's saying they're trying to gaslight you and make you think that there was a question. No, the question was, what are your what do you think of it? It wasn't how many hours you spend your day of doing all that. No, it was what you think of it. Everyone's like, okay, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What are your personal opinions on it? And you have done a lot of videos on sexual orientation, so I think sexual norms too. Which again, I don't. Okay, I've used sex and gender interchangeably, but I guess from now on, I don't know. Hey, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Norms, the norms. I understand that if there is like, oh, a gay person, ship them to gay camp or electric therapy. I don't go with that. Okay. Okay, so he has sons and he doesn't do that, which means one or two things. Either one, he doesn't believe that's whatever. Which at some level you have to at least agree with the hey, porn's not okay. You have to at least agree with that. So you can't say oh this doesn't exist when porn is so easily accessible and there's abundance of it. So you can't say that. How however, unlike the whole racism thing, there's like straight proof right there. So unless you think that porn is good, then you have to say, okay, you have to at least have your kids working against that. And of course, you everybody is set. I believe every white person, every black person, they're all set to be racist. Every male and female are said to be hating a person because although we are made in the image like this of God, we're also have sin in us still, and our default is to be sinful. Okay. Pitchfork mob. Pitchfork mob. Unbelievable. Also, I don't believe that. Oh, there's something out there. So somebody else will take care of it. Because if enough people say that, no one's gonna take care of it. And even if it's sexual, they'll take care of it. And even though it is kind of guaranteed, I still think that you should still attack. Because I still think it's a personal duty, especially as a Christian, to go after any sexist, misogynist, racist, sexist. Again, I'm saying genderist. I'm saying genderist because for as far as the alphabet is. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna say, okay, so if you don't agree with porn, then you're wrong. However, if I was saying concept was an actual feminist, I would be able to explain to them, and I don't believe, of course, if we say, hey, that's not okay, when you like, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, look, number one, if you've seen me taken, okay, I can't use a movie as a reference, but sex, you know what sex trafficking is, and of course sex work. So technically, it'd be whatever. But it's I you already know my opinion on it. I disagree with the opinion of yeah. I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna skip that because I'm pretty sure I already know what that is. I mean, that's just you know what that is. That's just hatred. That's just hatred. That's I can't stand you at all. I can't even if it was an anti-cannibal thing, I wouldn't be able to do it. Settler colonialism. So basically, to my the the, the previous video was, hey, that's not okay. What we did on Thanksgiving, obviously I think that's obviously not okay. Um, my personal opinion, of course, no, the biblical opinion, because there's some things that's like, okay, the Bible can interpret a little bit differently, but this is pretty straightforward. You can't come in there and do whatever and kill people, and even if 90% whatever, I don't care, okay? And how comes Europeans are okay, but in Toronto, you could say that there's just some stuff with that, but still at the same time, I mean, okay, so yeah, okay. So yeah, so as far as indigenous rights go, what do you think of indigenous rights? I think that we should probably give them. I think that we should give. Okay, every piece of land that we have, in every piece of land that we've acquired through military gains, through bullying people. Actually, no, I'm not say bullying because that's a broad term. I believe Texas though is ours because they want to what I heard they want it to be annexed. So if they willingly whatever, that's I believe that's fine. Okay, so overall, I believe yeah overall I believe that indigenous rights we should expand upon them. Of course, I believe that. And also I can Mexico, anything that we took forcibly from Mexico should also be given back, and or at least with immigration this now immigration stuff, at least be able to have a kind of a free stay over there. Okay, I don't believe I don't believe that I don't believe that uh, we have treated those people fairly, the indigenous people, and I still don't believe we treated them fairly, and the people in whatever. Okay, so right now I'm literally in the middle of upload. That's why it's taking a long. I'll show you guys. Like Candace Owens, literally in the middle of upload because I shot this yesterday. Also, so okay, I'm not gonna, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna work with that later. I want to fill this thing with small talk. I'll share this tab instead. I'm gonna fill the thing with small talk. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Also, you guys check out Conflict of Nations. It's really fun game if you're into that kind of stuff. Like yes, I do. But again, we should give them a little bit more rights. And the land they inhabited, I think we should uh put them in put them in governments, and if they want like a land mass, because of course we're not gonna just say okay, take the whole country. I don't believe that we should do that, but I believe it's a extreme situation. But yeah, this means right. Slavery, same thing. Slavery is the same thing, and then of course because indigenous people were, actually I don't know the percentage or anything like that, but yeah, okay, I sort that. Creative? Oh, let's wait. Absolutely, absolutely, I believe that capitalism is exploitative. Because capitalism, for example, right now we live in Maine, okay? Where we where, where we live, there's a dominant. There's one company. This company gets to do whatever they want. Well, it depends on the place, but this company gets to do whatever they want. And thanks to capitalism, because capitalism is basically just swindling people out of swindling people out, swindling people for it to no longer be fair. It's no longer become fair. It's now become how much can you take. Basically, like for example, the whole Twitter situation. It's capitalist because if Elon buys the whole thing, which he has complete resources to, goes and buys up the whole thing, then of course it makes it exploitative, but I do believe that's unfair because capitalism is basically into who has the most money, and of course of course and it's a lot and uh, a lot of people will just never ever. Some people it's impossible to be as rich as Elon Musk unless he just gives it to you. So, but the other person is to exploit people. Yeah, I do believe it is exploitative, especially so apparently in United Airlines. Here's the story, because my sister went on a vacation. They have vouchers, not vouchers. Vouchers, I think that's what it's called. Vouchers, and they undercut the worker getting paid. They undercut it. They basically they undercut the worker that's getting paid. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically the vouchers don't give them tips. So basically they're doing free tips. In some instances, the employer doesn't have to pay back stuff. So the vouchers is a really disgusting practice to me. I'm not going to discuss it because that's a little bit too much, but it's a bad practice that should be getting rid of. We should make vouchers not an eligible option. And anyone who uses vouchers with this information, well, actually, no, I'm not gonna say that because there's a lot of things are nuance, and that's okay. YouTube, you can, you can on YouTube you can go on and be a feminist. You can go on and be a feminist and make money. Now, of course, if you're stand by your own convictions, of course, if you're stand by your own true convictions, then that's great. If you're in within Christian laws, it's obviously not completely great. But you can go out there, whatever. For example, TYT. You know what? Other companies are the Daily Wire, Matt Walsh, Candace Owens. You go on there, and of course, if there's a mass of people that actually appreciate, if there's mass of people that actually like, okay, I think basically if there's a website or at least two websites, then you're good. Okay, then you have a decent following. As far as the political view goes, especially if it's popular. Like I don't know how popular Everyday Feminist is, but so what's this between? I want to know this between socialism. I want this between socialism and capitalism. Cons- what? Oh, this whole thing again. We stole their land from them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's completely uncalled for. That's misogynistic and that's not okay. Whoa. No, that's not okay. That's that's making a sexual comment about a woman or like that. Playing that clip. Nope. But bros, I was always like, wait a second. Did he just say because you know they have that thing, the hijab? Yeah, I have no idea. But I mentioned that okay, I thought it was the original Islamic thing, but the was or wasn't it? But that's completely not okay. Completely not okay. It's wow. I don't know why I meant, but it's like they're not written to the alphabet model. Well, I know they kind of are. You're right. They kind of are. You can't do that because they're not. Whatever. And you know they even do. You know, they actually, you know, it's actually kind of racist. They have black pride, like or black and brown pride. What? That's whoa, whoa, whoa. So something I ever thought before was white and it's like. And then there's something Black Lives Matter and it's like, yeah, I don't like that. Don't like that. But is what it is. But yeah, you can't bring on the disability people to that. But of course, you can't be ableist. I don't believe in ableism at all because I'm pretty sure it's for obvious reasons. But I believe in ableism because just because they're born that way, you can't say you can't go around and obviously discriminate against them. That's different than being born crippled. Okay, that's not okay no matter what happens. You can't will someone over to your club and then make a big scene out of them just because they will be your poster child. Like what happened in that woman in Ukraine where the bomb went off and she said there was no airstrikes, just like that. He has children. He's a single man, or maybe that's just when he was a single man. Alright, guys, so that's it. In the end, he made that. I'm not gonna say he's. No, I already think he's misogynistic, but I'm not gonna. But if he was, for multiple reasons, but I don't think that one thing should be used as evidence to say, okay, this guy's a misogynist for the whole thing. Of course, that's completely okay. At the same time, though, I don't believe that we should use that. That just one incident like that. Of course, he did publish it. He probably did approve it, but there's a lot of there's a lot of as far as using it as only evidence. Uh, but anyway, guys, that's what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to do a Q&A. If there are 5 comments saying you guys want a Q&A, then I will do it. Then I will do a Q&A. So everyone, if you guys want a Q&A, subscribe, hit the bell, subscribe because you can go to your subscriptions tab in YouTube, the non-payment thing, obviously, or you can subscribe, hit the bell, and just go into notifications, and you'll also be more alerted. Dislike or like, and that's all. Shout out to Combinations again. They did not sponsor me, but it is a very nice game to play. It's very fun if you're into like that type of stuff. Is like ROK stuff like that. It's different, but if you like the way the ROK was advertised, the ads pumped out, and you're like, okay, I want to play on that. Combination is probably one of the closest games I'm gonna get to one of those. And guys, fascinating. Not really, but I gotta